what's up guys? I am Gary Thomas and we are here at Made by Jim Bob's Handmade Jewelry, and I got you guys' favorite basketball wife rookie, Angel motherfucking Brinks, as she told Megan at the reunion. So after the show premiered and everybody saw this and the reunion came, how did it feel when seeing yourself on TV and everyone saying all those things about you and kind of believing some of the tea?
Were they? It was so bogus to me. It was funny. It was actually funny. If you're referencing the whole Megan Backpage thing, it was my pictures, but clearly it was stolen, or some might think that she planted that seed.
Right.
But of course I'm not one to accuse. I'm not like her. I don't sit there and do all this master planning kind of stuff or whatever.
That Google searching.
Yeah, and that too. I don't have the time for that. I really don't. I probably should have. Done some homework.
Well, who does homework on the castmates? Like, who gets on Google and says, let me find out what my castmates do?
Irrelevant people.
And, you said it yourself. So what was it like seeing yourself on TV and your life kind of exposed and the whole Drea drama? Everything's kind of out in the open.
I'm going to be honest. Coming on the show, I had totally good intentions. But obviously the girls have done TV reality before. I haven't. So my intentions were to come on and meet the girls and relate to them, form some sort of a sisterhood, kind of talk about some things that maybe we might have in common with our men or whatnot, But as I went on to meet the girls and got thrown in some things like that, my whole perspective on that completely changed. But I learned a lot. But being on the show was just really rough for me. It was a really, really rough experience the entire time. There was nights where I couldn't even sleep.
When was the moment that everything kind of just changed for you? Like during filming, and when was it just like, this is not what I expected to be?
When Drea left, and so a lot of people were like, come on, you knew what happened. I really didn't know. I had no idea what transpired. I really didn't. I honestly thought that it was my fault. That's why I got involved. And they're like, well, don't insert yourself. No, hold on, my name was mentioned. So, I thought that the argument was entirely about me saying that Drea wasn't coming. So that whole thing I felt was blown out of proportion, but I had no idea what had happened or what was said exactly and how it was said. I had no idea at that time.
Being that you were probably the most truest friend to Drea out of all the people who had all these arguments about friendship, what do you think about the other relationships that the women have compared to you and Drea's relationship?
I think Brandy does come to Malaysia's defense a lot. She does the same thing I try to do. However, I think I do it in a more polite, in a more subtle way. I'm very calm when I speak.
Right.
I feel like when they do it, they get kind of, loud and everything. So I feel like a lot of the girls will back down from that. But when I do it, it's like they don't respect me, or, oh, Angel, just be quiet. You're new. I'm like, no, hold on. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. I'm just saying it politely, but I see that does not work.
Right.
But I do feel that Brandy definitely is a very good friend to Malaysia. I think that she comes to her defense a lot. I do see Malaysia doing it sometimes, but it's not as strong as
it's not as
Brandy.
much.
Yeah. Obviously, Jackie and Megan really didn't have a friendship there. I think it was just kind of like a acquaintance type thing. So I don't really see a bond between them two. Let's see who else is there. Oh, Shawnee and Tammy. Listen, Tammy is just, Tammy is Tammy. Their friendship is really cute. I think they have a good time with each other. They laugh, they crack jokes. It's a different kind of a friendship, and I think that the way they say things is a lot better, I think, than the way Brandy comes across when she's defending her friend. But either way, I feel like we all kind of do it. We have our own ways of defending our friends.
What happened in the sense that, how did you and Jackie end up coming to Puerto Rico? I think everybody's curious on how you guys just popped up, we decided we're going to come after we say no.
Well, we got our travel information, and obviously at this point I already know Drea is not coming, so I'm already prepared to just take this flight by myself. But I wasn't sure, because sometimes you're going to run into people at the airport. I didn't know. So we were in the VIP area, and all of a sudden I hear, Angel, Angel. And I turn around, I'm like,
that sounds like Jackie.
It does, doesn't it? So I was like, oh my God, Jackie, what's up? She's like, where is everybody? I'm like, well, I don't know. She was expecting to see all the girls. I kind of really was just, at this point, I'm like, I just expect nothing. But so, we just boarded our flight and we just looked around and saw that it was just her and I. So when we got on the flight, we really bonded.
So before we move on from basketball wives, I just wanted to ask also, the argument with Megan on the beach, when you reflect back on that, what were you thinking and feeling after
blog say, and if I come across it, I don't think that it's concrete. You know, I'm the type of person that would either make my own assessment from what I've read, or I would much rather hear it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
And I kind of felt like what she told me was from her mouth, and in regards to her abortion, and she spoke so freely about it. Whether she claimed she cried about it or it really hurt her, to me she just kind of came off really nonchalant about it. And that was that was my first time meeting her. So I don't know if she's just maybe a standoffish person. Maybe she's not open to just cry or give so much emotion on what she's speaking about. But I just kind of took it like it was just something that she experienced. And, you know, obviously for me, like, I love children. You know, for me, like, to each his own. I'm not pro-life or pro-choice or anything like that. But I just kind of felt like all I wanted to tell her was, listen, you sat here and said I have no brain. You called me old. You called me a thought. You said all of this to me. You know, the only thing that I can say about you is something that you said from your own mouth.
Right.
So I just felt like I reiterated a fact that she said. So to me, it's like, don't throw anything at me when you're not perfect.
Right.
And that's all that was. But I guess all I said was exactly.
You said it was said in Santa Barbara.
Right. And no, but sitting down, you know, Tammy was like, well, how could you feel like, you know, whatever Tammy was saying to Megan about their friendship with Jackie. And all I said was exactly. And rather than her coming for Tammy and attacking Tammy, she chose to attack me.
Right.
So that's kind of like, you know, and I sat there and I took it till I, you know what, I was like, you know what, I just had to stand up and say, you know, what are you talking about? Like, what did I do with my brain? What have you done with yours, first of all? Second of all, I'm not old. You know, I'm like, if anything, at your age, you know what I was doing. So it was like, I felt like I had to just talk about those points that she said about me. And then I had to let her know, you're calling me a thought, let's talk about you.
Was this beef even warranted? Because when we saw like some of the previews of the trip, she already had a problem with you, and after all the viewers were like, where did this issue come from?
According to what she responded to, some fans asking her, what is your real beef with Angel anyway? She claims that I hit her in Santa Barbara. Now, I feel like if I hit you, if I put my hands on you, I'm pretty sure they would have aired it.
Right.
Or you would know. And if I did do it, and you know what I'm saying? Like you would have said something to me, or it would have been a serious problem. It would have showed it, right?
Where, at what point were you supposed to have hit her in Santa Barbara? Like, I don't even get it.
In Santa Barbara, when she